Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Animal Form and Function 2, Lecture 22, Reproduction and Development. Today we will discuss about some basic vertebrate reproductive strategies in mammals, that is, the mechanism for maintaining the developing embryo within the female for longer period of time that evolved in early mammals. Just reconsider your knowledge about fishes, amphibians, reptiles, and birds. Mostly they lay the eggs and embryo will develop inside the egg. Larva will hatch out in case of fishes and amphibians, and then development starts. In case of birds and reptiles, the embryo will develop inside the egg and then egg will broken down and the new organism will come outside the environment. Outside an environment, when it comes, then it will have the parental care. In case of mammals, mammals will produce the embryo inside the body. So there is longer period for development of mammalian embryo, that is during gestation. During gestations, embryo was nourished with nutrients and oxygen that protected from attacks by female's immune system. When embryo grow inside the body, then it is definitely chance that female immune system will destroy the embryo as taking him or her as antigen, but female immune system will be suppressed and embryo will develop inside the female. Here you can see reproductive strategies in mammals. So animals will produce the new one inside the female. This one, placenta. So in this case, embryo will produced by the female inside their uterus. And here is placenta. Placenta is basically the combination of uterus and the developing embryo tissues. Now the lactation. Just after birth, they will provide nutrition to their young ones. That is, first mammals nourish their young ones with milk from mammary glands, and just as primates do today. Basically, mammals are named for their mammary glands. Because of these mammary glands, now they are classified into separate classes, mammals. Here you can see a mother is lactating her baby. Primates. Basically, primates includes humans, apes, monkeys. Primates are basically the order in the mammals and they have the opposite thumb. If you consider your hand, then your all fingers and your hand thumb. This thumb is opposite to your fingers. So this indicates that you are primate. Primates, apes, monkeys are asynchronous breeders, that their mating, their births are not synchronized. They can take place over much of the year. If you consider your own birth month, then it may be July, it may be January, it may be March, it may be August. So it is not specific that you must be born in September or in the March or in the May. So you don't have the specific months, and also monkeys and apes don't have the specific months. So that's why they are called asynchronous breeders. Females mate only when in estrus and increasing the probability of fertilization. Basically, estrus cycle is like the menstrual cycle. Estrous cycle is that in which female is ready and having egg inside the body. Just male will mate the female, will insert the sperms, and fertilization will take place. That is presence of egg ensure the fertilization rate. Here are primates. Your diagram is missing here. Humans. Human females show less distinctive estrous phase and can reproduce throughout the year. So, if you consider your own birth month or your sibling birth month or your friend birth month, that will be different. So, human female can reproduce any month of the year. So they have less distinctive estrous phase. Basically, humans have menstrual cycle. They don't have the estrous cycle, or they don't have the estrous phase. Basically, estrous cycle have different phases, and the most important is estrous phase in which ovulation occurs. So that is not very prominent in the human females. They can also engage in sexual activity, that is without reproductive purpose, and no longer is sexual behavior precariously tied to ovulation. In other animals or other mammals, basically female sexual behavior is tied to ovulation. But in case of human females, if ovulation does not take place, then still female have sexual activities. That is not limited to ovulation. Here you can see in the diagram, they have relationships, they have feelings other than ovulation period or other than estrus phase. Now, basically humans have control of emotions. In other animals or especially mammals, they cannot control their emotions. If they have feeling, then they will continue the sexual activity. But in case of humans, there is control of emotions. That is, the source of this important reproductive adaptation is physiological result of concomitant evolution of brain process that gave humans some conscious control over emotions, behaviors. Basically, that is controlled by the brain, and in the evolutionary process, brain is such complicatedly evolved that it can control the evolutionary sexual behavior in the mammals. So humans can control their feelings, they can control their behaviors, and that is because of hormones, instincts, their learning, their environment. They all control the emotions in the humans. Hormones like sexual hormones, they will either promote the sexual behavior or emotions, either will diminish. Instinct, their insight or their inherited learning will also promote this or inhibit this. Environment, if environment is visible, then they will show the emotions, they will show the behavior. But if environment is not visible, then they can control their emotions, and it is very important in human evolution. Here you can see that is a heart symbol and the brain, and there is a seesaw. So heart and brain can manage themselves equally. Then the marriage, basically that control of emotions or that asynchronous breeding that is needed in the marriage. This is The separation of sex from reproductive function evolved into long-lasting pair bonds between human males and females. So they have sex but not for sexual uh, reproductive function but for enjoyment or for love, and that is evolved into long lasting pair bonds that will strengthen their relationships between male and female or between the couple. And this relationship is also known as marriage, that support the offsprings. So you are well known aware about the marriage and the offsprings. You have the family, you have the parents, and type of behavior has also resulted in transmission of culture that is key to the evolution and success of human species. So because of this control of emotions and this type of behavior is important for the evolution of the human species, that is transmission of culture. You know about your culture. Here you can see the diagram. So male and female are couple have the lot of hearts and they are in marriage relationship. Thanks.